It's me, Ethereal Moth. Not playing a character today, not filling a script, just
Oh,
me, the VA, the one who cares about you. I'll just be honest, the last few days have been exceptionally difficult, and that got me to thinking that odds are pretty good. Things have been a little rough for some of you too, and I know
oh,
that me personally, I am terrible about checking in on some self care stuff when I'm feeling pretty down. And so I just wanted to, just off the top of my head, sort of go over some of this stuff with you and just check in with you to make sure you're checking in with yourself.
oh,
Because I care about you and I want to make sure that you're doing as well as you can. Whether you've listened to everything I've ever posted or whether this is the first time you're ever hearing my voice, I care about you all the same. So I just wanted to talk, you know, check in, go over some stuff.
oh,
I have a little list of things that I know that I need to be better at um, in terms of self care. So I figure we could go over those together, you and me, and we'll see where we stand, okay? So, are
oh,
you taking time to enjoy your hobbies, the things that you love and care about? Me, I have been doing horrible about that and putting way too much time into work. But I'm trying to be better about that, and I hope that you are making time for fun too, because it
oh,
is very, very important to unplug yourself a bit from everything that weighs us down and just enjoy the things that we love. Are you expressing how you feel? This work that I do, this voice acting, is
oh,
almost a way to do that for me. I express emotions and feelings in my scripts, and some of them are very, very genuine, even if some of them are a little more out there. Having an outlet like that is really important, whether it's talking to someone
oh,
or writing them down or just taking time to think about how you're feeling. Now, how are you doing about rest? And I mean both sleep and like actual rest. Like me, I have personally been
oh,
not doing the best on that. I have not been letting myself have a day off for a good little while now. And I need to fix that, and I'm going to. So I hope that you're doing the same and that you're realizing how important it is to take a little time off and just rest.
oh,
Let your brain just turn off for a while and just rest. How are you doing about self care? You know, looking after yourself, combing your hair, brushing your teeth, taking showers, all that fun stuff that your doctors will ask you about every so
oh,
often. Yeah, um, look, I know it's not easy when you're in a particularly rough place to care enough about yourself to do those kind of things. But I hope that you are. It's important. It sounds like, just some shit that
oh,
doctors say, but the small things really do add up. They are a way of telling yourself, I still love myself. I still care about myself. enough to want to do these things. And even if you don't, doing them can just sort of trick your brain into feeling
Oh,
that way despite that. How are you doing about, you know, keeping your body healthy? Are you resting when you're tired? Are you drinking when you're thirsty? Are you eating when you're hungry? That's some stuff that I have really struggled with myself, so I completely understand how tough it can
oh,
be and how ridiculously easy it can be to fall into the trap of, well, I might be a little hungry, but surely not enough to go and like actually cook a meal, or, well, if the only thing I could do is make some ramen, then why bother? Because that's not even really a meal to
oh,
begin with. And look, I get it, right? It is not easy, but it's also unbelievably important. um, Look, I know, it's just more stuff your doctors say, and I'm starting to sound like one, I'm sure, but
oh,
it really is just a small way that you can tell your body, hey, I care about you. I want to continue to exist. And that's the great secret. Even if you don't right now, even if things are so bad that you really don't want to continue existing, trust me, I've been
oh,
there. Just doing stuff like eating, drinking, sleeping, it can kind of trick you into continuing on. And sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to play those games with ourselves. Like, I don't always want to go on, but
oh,
if I make my body believe that I do, it will keep going nonetheless. And I know that yours can do the same. How about socially? How are you doing? Are you staying in touch with people? Are you
oh,
reaching out to your friends? Are you talking to your family if you have a family that you care for? Are you engaging with the people who are the most important to you? It doesn't have to be much. I know firsthand how daunting it can
oh,
be to, in the lowest of the low, even want to pick up the phone and text my very best friend, or even my sibling, and be like, you know, hey, how are things? But it's so important.
oh,
It's not just for you as well. It does help you. It does release those chemicals in the brain that only come around whenever you're connecting with people, but it also helps those that are close to you. They care about you, they're concerned about you, they love you,
oh,
and they want the best for you, and they want to make sure you're still kicking and doing okay. Even if you're not, they just want to know. So be sure you're checking in with them, okay? The last thing I wanted to check in with you about is just how are you doing on the spiritual side of
oh,
things? And I don't mean religion or anything of that sort. I just mean, how are you doing in the very core of your being? Are you taking the time to reflect and introspect and talk to yourself?
oh,
Are you taking time to appreciate yourself? I mean, you're kind of awesome. Like, You are amazing. The fact that you have lived for as long as you have and dealt with absolutely everything that you have up until this point is
Ooh.
nothing short of miraculous. And you're still here. So, I guess what I'm saying is you should get in touch with the person who has done that, who has gotten you through all of this stuff, because that person is you. That person is pretty awesome. I like that
Ooh.
person. I care about that person. And I hope that you do too. Well, that's about all I had to say. I just wanted to, do a little check in, hold each other accountable a bit. And, well, that's all for me for now. I hope that you all look after yourselves.
Ooh.
I care about you, and I'll see you in the next audio.